Hey everybody, welcome in. My name is Josh. This is the Gaming Joy channel, and we are getting going in Glenleathann, doing our author intended challenge. And because I never give myself enough time, I just finished editing the map. I haven't even tested it yet, so we're gonna test it live. Yay! Welcome in everybody. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Yes, today is my birthday. I'm, as my daughter says, hella old. But yeah, today's my birthday and took a day off of work so I can actually start streaming early, and then I'm gonna end early because I get to go to dinner for my birthday, so this is fun. So welcome in. Thanks for the birthday wishes, Keith and Chad and Koble and David and Nuclear Salmon. Welcome in everybody. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. I think the one last thing I didn't do was actually fast forward to the next month, which I guess we'll do when we start. But welcome in everybody. Here we go. Don't crash. Yes. And it's raining. Is that a good thing? I don't know. Oh, let's check the map changes to see if they worked. Because that would be good to check before I do anything else. Oh, almost. So close. That one's harder to remove. I think I'm just gonna pretend that it's not there. All right, anyways, we're gonna go back to the house and sleep because it's still August. It's raining, which it does a lot on this map. And we're gonna go through to the next day. So we gotta go through the 2 days. So we gotta go through the next August 3, third day in August, and then we're gonna go to September. And then in September we get to plant our new wheat barley field. I haven't decided what we're gonna do, but we'll look at our grain mill to decide. So here we go. We got lots of wool, so we have to keep the wool stacking up the wool. Come on. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. I'm like sitting here trying to get auto load to work, and I'm totally clicking like the left mouse button and not the special mouse button that does the auto load. All right. In between last time and this time, we did get a few things. I'll go over them real quick. We ended up getting this cultivator, switching out the cultivator we had. If you remember, I hated the cultivator we had. This one's pretty cool, even though it says it's a pallet. What the hell? Super weird. Even though it says it's even though it says it's a pallet. Yeah, so this is the Lizard 3-section desk tower. It actually kind of looks like the Landau. It works really well, and if I want, I can upgrade to a 5-section if I ever get a tractor that's strong enough to pull it. We finished clearing out our silage pit. That was fun. We sold all the silage. We didn't get anything else new here except for the plow. We did switch over to Dom's special Lizard SP10M plow, which is the best plow in the game. I don't think we got the mulching function on it. We also got a fertilizer spreader to match our other fertilizer spreader. These are both base game with just a little bit of color changing kind of stuff on. But since fertilizer goes so slowly, we don't need a big one. So we'll leave this one filled with lime, this one with fertilizer, good to go. I do have, if we kind of tab through the vehicles, this guy's sitting over here at the new greenhouses, which we'll look at in a minute. This guy's getting ready to plant, which we'll do in a minute. This, the hell? Shoot, really? Hold on. Hold, please. We might have to actually... we might have to reload the game. Give me 30 seconds. So what here appears to have happened, you guys are seeing the game, I'm not. But what should be there is a... what should be there is a dairy. And Cavailier Roy just released an update to the dairy. And so I was trying to update this to match that update, and I think I messed up. And I bet that's why. I think I just fixed it. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to reload the game. So we did see all the cool stuff, but anyways, let's do this. Let's exit out a little bit. You can see my pretty face, or not. There's no camera on this view. All right. Anyways, unknown, blah blah blah. Can't load resource. I'm looking at like the error log here. I'm almost positive I know what the error is. I changed one of the recipes to match the recipe that Cavailier Roy just implemented. And I just tried to just wing it and do it 5 seconds before the stream. It didn't work. I have to figure out what those errors are. I don't know what they are. Yeah, too many errors to look at. All right, be right back. Hey, everybody. I did break it, Nick. I totally broke it. And it was totally my fault. And I think what happened was I switched the recipe, but I didn't switch the fill type. So it had a recipe that didn't have a fill type. So it was kind of bugged. So let's try that and see if it works. If it doesn't work, it's going to be really sad because then I won't be able to play the game because I edited it. And if we're smart, we get rid of that car too, but I'm not smart. I mean I am, but. So what happened is I evicted some people from town, right? As hence the title. And what that means is I deleted houses in GE because I own the land now, so I can do whatever I want with the land. And since the land is mine, I'm just going to kick people out so I can use the land for what I want to use it for, which happens to be productions. So on one of them, you saw kind of there at a split second, we're already at this place where we're already at this place where we're like, I already have the stuff laid down. I ended up spending a whole bunch of money. I took out a loan for like 200K. I did a lot of like landscaping and stuff like that to make it look right. I put down 3 greenhouses, flattened everything out. So now we have the greenhouses we need to make the whatchamacallit. What's it called? Gosh, I don't remember. Oh yeah, grapes and olives. So we have our greenhouses that will give us grapes and olives. Now the downside is those grapes and olives need a whole bunch of inputs. So we're gonna have to worry about those inputs today. And we're back in the game. So let's tab over to that machine, make sure the building's there. If the building's not there, then yeah. Okay, so I fixed it. Obviously, see? Much better this time. So get my face out of the way. Stupid face, go away. So there's supposed to be a dairy here. And let's turn our little, what's it called? Let's turn our interactive zone markers back on because I don't need a screenshot anymore. So this guy was delivering milk, of which, is there any more? Yeah, there's still more. So he needs to go again. So let's get this guy. He can't reach the cows of milk. What? Yes, you can. Don't be dumb. Okay, so I must have messed up auto drive too. Wonderful. All kinds of problems today. Welcome in. It's my birthday. Yeah, so the only thing that I edited the code to quickly fix that one. So what Cavailier Roy edited was, and I didn't even look at his changes, I just kind of made the same change, but basically soy milk used to take flour and make soy drink, which didn't really make sense to me, just flour straight up. So it takes soybeans and water. It used to take flour because there was a soy flour at some point, so that kind of made sense to go from soy flour to soy milk, but he just changed the recipe to be soybeans and water, so I just made mine soybeans and water. I don't even know if that's what his recipe says. The other thing I did is I evicted people, so right here, oh, we can finish fixing that. Sweet. Here, no, can't use the right button. I still have yet to figure out the shortcut to get straight into this menu. Painting. So there was a driveway here. I didn't like it. It didn't make sense. So now there's no driveway here. See? Gone. Much better. So anyways, we have our new greenhouses. These greenhouses are going to produce stuff for us. But we have to fill them up first. So to do that, we have to get into our tractor here. And we need to get some milk to fill up the other thing. The game is telling me auto drive is broken. Yeah, that is gross. The game is telling me that auto drive is broken. And of course, because I was editing routes. Silly me. And so we have to go fix auto drive. Because I'm not going to load this stuff manually. That's silly. So we need to get here to the cow's milk load point. And it's still telling me it can't get there, right? Yep, can't get there. So there's two houses back there where the greenhouses were. They were evicted. There was one guy right here on the corner. It's really close to my land, so I kicked him out too. And we're going to put down the last production that we need, which I'm hoping, I haven't actually looked at it, but I'm hoping that it actually helps with the productions or helps with the new greenhouses. And I'll show you what I mean by that. But first, let's fix auto drive. So if you guys aren't familiar with auto drive, this is what an auto drive network looks like. And yes, because it's raining, it causes some hiccups and yada yada. All right, so see the 3.1 there? That is bad. See where it says 3_1? It created this point. No, it's that one, not that one. Oh, look at this. So, oh, I see what happened. There we go. And then we want to delete that 3.1 because it would, so those, like, when it does shows that little number thing there, that means there's an error at that point. And what we can do is just do this. And then do this. There we go. And then connect here to here. Remove this connection because it's wrong. Connect here to here. Move this over. Okay, so this is like the backup route to get into the milk point. So let's back him back out and let him take a run at it because now it's connected. It should be. Now, I didn't actually make this auto drive course. A lot of other people made it. Or somebody else made it. The auto drive guys made it, but I've fixed a bunch of stuff that were broken and cleaned it up. Oh my gosh. CBW and everyone is saying hi to everyone else. Hey, everybody. Hey. Oh, Doc is here. Thank you for being here, Doc. Welcome in. CBW is getting the bacon ready, so that's always important. So, go. Now, see, now when I execute it, it goes. And this guy is going to come over here. He's going to pull up to like that point up there. And he's going to back into the corner. Fill up with milk. See? He's going to go all the way up to that point. Then he's going to hopefully try to crank the wheel into the corner. But he should be pulling way further forward. But hopefully that gets him close enough to the trigger to fill up. There we go. So now he's filling up. Yay. And hopefully we can get on with our lives. So let's turn off the auto drive. Yay, we fixed it. And we'll let him go do his job. Thank you. We're going to sleep through an entire day. Whoops, not 5 a.m. Sorry. Keith, Bruce, everyone, thank you so much for being here, everyone. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. And thanks for coming early. I know this is like not a normal time. I don't usually start for 2 hours. But as it is my birthday, I'm doing what the hell ever I want. All right. Let's make sure we load up our pallets of wool. Okay. Let's see if the milk guy can get out of here. What are you doing? He did this last time too. He's not supposed to do that. How does that get to there? I don't understand this one, but I'm gonna do that just for fun. A lot of times they like start a new course wherever they are, and if they're not like right on the same line, they get confused and go the wrong direction. So like this, put him back on course, get rid of that, exit out. So it's still August, still not the month we want. So we're gonna go and sleep until September. And that guy is gonna keep driving all the way into September. Let's wake up early. I think the early day, happy name day. Thank you. Oh, there are a few, Doc. But laptops are a little interesting beast, right? In my opinion, this is totally my opinion. So anyone else can chime in if you want. But with a laptop, it's much harder to build a very, very compact computer into a little teeny tiny space and still get it to run good. Laptops overheat like you wouldn't believe. So I would recommend buying a laptop from a actual laptop vendor, such as MSI or Dell, or I actually have an Alienware laptop that I play the game on right now. So I play, edit, video, mod, everything on an Alienware laptop. It's a little bit pricey just because it's an Alienware, but it's solid. With a desktop, because the quality relies in the parts, not necessarily the packaging, you can build your own and stuff like that. But with a laptop, you really got to go with someone who knows their stuff. And I would go with a company that's been around for a long time, has been making laptops for a long time, and preferably making gaming laptops for a long time. I'm not paid by Alienware to say that. I don't care if you use Alienware or MSI or, you know, something else. But like, don't use Hewlett Packard, because they're known for making business class machines, not gaming laptops. So I go with Asus, Alienware, maybe even Acer, maybe Acer, but more Asus. And I go with one of those kind of high-end gaming laptops. But go with a brand name and get the extra whatever, not license, what's the word? Get the extra service package that you get it, so that you get, they'll come out and fix it if it breaks. So it's raining. We can't do anything else in the rain except plant. So we can cut the grass in the rain, technically. We might do that. But this is the one that runs the mower, so can't do that yet. So let's get this guy planting. So what are we planting? We're going to plant either wheat or barley. I believe we can plant both right now. Wheat or barley and oat can be planted right now. Great. Now let's look at our productions. What am I going to plant? So we have all of these things. Think of every one of these recipes as a checkbox. We have to do everything. So we actually have to plant all of these. So for barley, it's 10 to 8. So I can probably make 60,000 out of that one. That's probably good. Wheat is very close. We can probably get the extra wheat from like a contract, so I don't think I necessarily need to plant wheat. Oat is we're low on. Sorghum is nothing. So wheat or oat. And wheat, the cereal crops are not used for anything else. For all of the stuff that we have to get done, they're not used for anything else except for making flour. Now we have to make flour out of everything, so we're gonna need both. So I vote oat because it grows faster, maybe. Barley makes more. So let's start the barley flour so we can check that off of our list. Activate. So that'll start making flour from barley. We need 60,000 flour to check off barley from our list. So hopefully this will finish that off soon, and I think we have enough. Wheat or oat? Let's do wheat just for fun. We'll do oat next time. Maybe we do oat in the other field because we have another field to plant too. Okay, what am I doing? You don't need that menu. Wheat. And let's let Courseplay do its job. Look at this big, beautiful field we made. Oh, so beautiful. So pretty. And I also smoothed off the corners to make it Courseplay friendly. So there we go. We're off to the races. We're planting wheat. It is getting rid of the weeds as it goes, so it should be relatively weed free. We may need to weed this field next month with our mechanical weeder, because I don't think we're gonna have enough money to buy the fancy one. Fancy. Hey Doc, if you can get your job to pay for part of a new laptop, I'm having a hard time reading the chat because this is in the wrong place. Let's do live. Let's pop out the chat. Let's move this window over here. Move this window right here. Move the chat there. Now I can see everything. Sweet. Party on. Yeah, if you can get your company to pay for part of a thing, by all means do it. It's totally worth it. Like, I have two monitors on my desk. I have I use a 27-inch LG blah 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 4K monitor, and I have two of them, and they're one on top of the other. So I have like one like this and one like this, right? And the top one's tilted down a little bit, and the bottom one's tilted forward a little bit. So I have like this huge view of, basically I have 8K worth of space to do stuff on. And the only downside, back to the laptop question, is my video card in my laptop won't run dual 4K very well. It will technically run it, but I'd have to use up my USB-C slot to do it, and USB-C video doesn't necessarily fully use the graphic card. So I could get 4K on two screens if I wanted, but that's the biggest thing you miss out going to a laptop, which is what Doc was talking about, is it's hard to drive multiple external monitors from a laptop for gaming. Now it'll drive multiple monitors no problem for business stuff, coding and whatnot, but not for gaming. That's just one thing to think about if you're thinking about getting a laptop. So anyways, I have two 4K monitors. One of them actually died recently, but one of them is actually was originally bought for me from the company I worked for. They're like, what do you want to set up your desk? And I'm like, well, I want a 4K monitor for my desk. And they're like, okay, and they bought it for me. So, you know, if you can leverage that kind of benefit from your work, definitely do so. It's worth it. Oh, that's awesome. I like the clothing and boot allowance. And I think it's funny, Doc, that you have a $400 boot allowance, but only a $300 clothing allowance. But I guess boots are more expensive. That's pretty awesome, though. All right. This guy's done. This guy's stuck again. So I may change this. I think we're gonna, once we get the money we're probably going to swap out this trailer, this tanker trailer, because it's too big for this map. Like, it just comes really close to hitting stuff all the time. And I think it's the trailer, right? I just really do. Oh, 1,000 for laptop. So, I mean, if 1,000 for laptop, that's, I think when I bought mine, I paid like just over $2,000 for it. So that's half the cost of the laptop. And you can get a laptop with like a good, like, I think mine has like a 4070 card in it or something like that. A laptop 4070 card. Or, I don't know, something like that. So, yeah. Yeah, so I think, Nick, you're right. I think when he's backing in, the course for backing in, he doesn't straighten up enough before he starts backing. And therefore, when he's backing in, he's not backing in straight. So he's straying from the course. And then when he starts off again, he's starting off on a different course, on a different path with the network of paths that's there, and thus getting all messed up. That's, you know, his problem, not mine. So here are our greenhouses. Our greenhouses, let's look at them. So these greenhouses are going to produce grapes for the grape processing unit right next door. And they're going to produce olives for our oil mill, which is all the way down here. Now we're going to have, or that's cereal factory, but anyways, they're right next to each other. I can update these greenhouses. I actually have an older version. A new version was released like last week that adds potatoes and sugar beets, which is great. So that means I don't have to plant those either. But these greenhouses take a lot. So I don't know if you've ever used them. I haven't either. So this is my first time. So I was like, oh, cool. Greenhouse. Yay. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, it takes seed and fertilizer and herbicide. So we need to be able to transport seed, fertilizer, and herbicide in bulk. Now, for most people, this would be like a pain in the butt. For me, because we can finally place things down. I'm waiting for this one for a while. We're going to put it like, we're going to hide it. We're going to put it right here. Container. Now I'll be nice and I'll put down the not free one. I'll put down the one that I have to pay for. Where should I put this? Should I put it right here? So those are just pallets. Put it right here. Yeah. We'll do that. No, this isn't flat actually. This will look like crap when I plant something. Here, let me flatten this out quick. Construction from this front corner. It's gonna be. There we go. Container. I don't care that it collides with player. Matter to me. Landscaping. Put the grass back. Oh, I learned something the other day. You know, if you do this, right, you paint too much, you can come here and just right click and delete the foliage layer. It works just like you're deleting a foliage layer in GE. Look at that. Isn't that handy? I never knew that. I just figured that out the other day. So anyways, now we can fill up all our stuff with herbicide and all kind of stuff, which means we need a trailer over here. We're going to get the little guy to come over and start doing stuff. Whoever made this mod, They kind of messed up on the hands. Like, the hand on the gear thing is pretty cool, but the hand on the steering wheel is totally jank. Like, it's totally not done properly. So, whoever who made that mod, you're fired. Yeah, see, he's not straight. If you were to take him, because I'm gonna just see if this works. If you were to take him, straighten him out as if he was in a straight line. Like, let's pretend he actually backed up properly. He would actually end up being like that. Now, does he do the same dumb thing, like trying to drive into the cow barn? Let's see. We'll see if it happens. I know. So much love and so much hate. Yeah, it really is. It takes like a lot of time to set up a good auto drive network. And don't get me wrong, the auto drive guys, they do a pretty good job setting up their networks. But they sometimes will make decisions that are just kind of weird. Or they'll make a network that works for some stuff but doesn't work for other things, or it only works for small vehicles and it doesn't work for larger vehicles. So that's one of the biggest things I see, is that a lot of times sell points or dump points are not set up for a like larger vehicle, and somebody needs to be refilled. So you can go to the grape processing load point. Go. Have fun. You go there. I'm going to figure out this guy as soon as he's done filling up. Are you done filling up? Oh, you know what? We might be out of milk. He might be done. No, he's not done. I think I moved him out of the spawn point. Oh, well. It is. It's like hours. And I've made a couple auto drive courses from scratch myself, so I definitely know how much time goes into it. I made an auto drive course once on a 4K map. Like, the original map that we were going to play the author intended challenge on was going to be the original, like all the way back. And I went through all the work of creating the course. Was somewhere in Thuringia. And I went through and created an entire auto drive course for the whole map, including the little loop-de-loos around every field. And it took a long time. Where is this guy going? See what I mean about like sometimes just latching onto the wrong course? You just gotta be careful about when you set them off, I guess. This guy made it. Turn him off. Now, eventually, we're gonna distribute the place. But for now, we're going to not distribute. We're gonna manually load everything. And I'm gonna lose all my money buying seeds. How do I stop it? Wow. All right, so I have 59,000 liters of seeds. Let's put like roughly 20,000 into each one and hope that's enough. And I gotta watch it because it dumps pretty fast. And stop. Kind of like how we can just like snake through here and just dump all this stuff. And stop. And then we'll deal with the seeder that needs to be filled too. All right. Let's go over to this guy. He needs to be filled of what? Fertilizer? Doesn't need to be filled with seed, just fertilizer. That's weird. He made one headland, he ran out of seeds or fertilizer? That's weird. Yeah, no, I know. I'll make it, you know, for most of this stuff, I use auto drive more for like just, hey, go do your thing and come back. Like, I had that same tractor trailer on a loop that it was almost completely unedited, taking all the slurry out of the cow barn and delivering it to the BGA. And he delivered 900,000 liters of slurry with like 60,000 liters a pop with no problems. Oh, look, I'm almost out of seed. That's great. You know, so it is possible. It does work sometimes. Auto drive really honestly likes American maps or big wide open maps. Anytime you add hedges or lots of traffic or tight corners or any one of a number of hazards, auto drive can sometimes just fall flat on its face. And it doesn't know how to recover. And so kind of one of the things I'd love to see from auto drive is some recovery logic. In other words, like if it gets stuck and can't move forward, that it backs up, tries to straighten out, and then go again, right? You know what I mean? Like some slight recovery logic to figure out, get through how it got stuck, right? That would be cool. Jake, welcome in, sir. How are you today? Welcome in. We're on Glenleathann and it's my birthday. And there we go. This guy's back to his job of doing this field. See, he's back. See, he made it. Like he dumped it and then came back. No problems. But it's just getting the milk that isn't right. Okay, so Nick, we are playing the author intended challenge, right? Which is a challenge of my own devising, which has a bunch of rules. One of the rules is you can't remove stuff or change stuff within the first year. No big deal. See how he's pulling forward further now? But he's not pulling forward far enough. So I'd have to edit his kind of turn in before he backs up so that he's straighter. And I think this would work a lot better. Just like this. This part of it right here. Should go here. And then delete that one. So all we did was make him swing out wider here. So when he pulls in, he's going to pull in and he's going to swing over here. It sucks because he's already moving. See, now he's trying to get to the same thing. So if we get him to swing out further, his tail end might get back in a little bit farther. And whoops. And he might actually work it. Yes, they are definitely removable hedges. I've already removed a bunch. We're going to remove some more in about 5 minutes. So stick around and we'll remove some so I can show you. All right, go do your thing. And we'll actually remove the hedges right now. So the last thing I want to build and add to this farm is the last production as part of this map. Let's get out right here. These hedges gotta go. Well, some of them. So all you do is you cut it like that, kill that piece of wood, kill the stub end of the thing, and now you just cut down a hedge. Right? Pretty cool. Cut down this one right here too. You kind of have to like search for the piece to cut. But, you know, see? So they do have collision, but they can be removed, which is nice. So you can do fun things like this. So I evicted this person. He doesn't live here anymore. So I'm gonna go into construction, production. And if you look down here underneath the titles, the first one that's not part of one of the DLCs is... Did I just go past it? No, it keeps reordering it. No. I know what it looks like. Here it is. This is part of the Glenleathann mod. This is part of the map. And what this is, I believe, is a production building. I'm just going to put the car inside the silo. This is like a production thing for... I'm trying to make it good for auto drive here. So this is like a farm production, so you can produce all of your seeds and fertilizer and stuff. What we can do with it though, I think, and this is, I'm still not sure, but either if we produce the stuff here, it'll deliver it, or we'll be able to drop it off here and deliver it. So it's got a lot of stuff it can do, but we do have to figure that out. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it, you know what? I'm going to do this. There. Good. Perfect. With the car inside. And then, so what we can do now is we can just edit the course, or edit the land. Dirt, not animal mud. So we can make a dirt path that comes in here like this. Comes in here like that. And this is going to be a nice area, so we're going to have some cobblestone. I really don't have enough money to be doing this, but I'm doing it anyways. Okay, let's go back to the dirt. Any money left? Not really. There we go. Perfect. So now we have our production building, which looks like it didn't place down correctly. It's a little bit high. That's fine. I'll lower it down later on. It's floating a little bit. But this production, I don't know what it does. So let's find out what it does. We'll find out together. Oh my god. So, back to the rules of the challenge. Part of the challenge is any custom production or any production that's on the map, you have to make every recipe. Every recipe. And we have decided as part of our challenge that we have to make 60,000 liters of every recipe. So, what that means is that I need to make this complex recipe for liquid fertilizer. A lot. Solid fertilizer, herbicide, seeds, lime. I have to make water from snow. Really? Oh my god. Oh my god. Cavailier Roy, you're killing me. So killing me. I have to make water. Let me make the water for you. Oh my gosh. I have to make slurry from manure and water. I have to make mineral feed from like the world. Look at all of this stuff you need to make mineral feed. Oh my gosh. Silage additive, digestate, slurry, and water, not bad. Sugar beet cut. Oh, I now have a sugar beet cutter. Nice. I have to make diesel from all of the oils, plus water, plus methane. I need to make hay. I can make hay and silage. Oh, look, I have something to make silage from, so now I don't have to use my fermenter anymore. Yay. Oh, Cavailier Roy, you're here. Oh my goodness. Thanks. So I totally didn't see this thing in the list of like productions when I first went over the map, and I'm literally looking at it for the first time right now. This is insane, dude. Standard TMR recipe. Right? Standard pig food recipe. Great. Okay. So this is hard. This is going to be real hard. It adds so much to our spreadsheet. Like our spreadsheet thing, like our checklist, right, is already super tiny. I'm going to have to add a whole nother column just for this thing. A whole other column. There's no room for another column, so I'm going to have to make it bigger or something, or make it scroll. Oh, this is awesome. So awesome. Thank you, Cavailier Roy. You did awesome. This looks really good. Yeah. So the one benefit, let's look at the good side. The one benefit here is that when I make these things, like making seeds, I'm glad I planted wheat. Who knew? When I make seeds, it'll deliver them. So here, if I make herbicide, I can deliver it, and it'll automatically deliver it to those greenhouses we just placed down, which actually helps us keep the greenhouses and stuff running. So because of the mechanic here of the delivery, like this one I can set to distributing, it'll distribute it to those greenhouses, and I won't have to fill them manually. So we're going to fill them manually the first couple times to get them going. But eventually we'll get this thing going and start making these. So that's going to be fun. And the output pipe is kind of like right alongside the road, but I'm going to take out the rest of these, this hedge, because it's still a little bit in the way. And I'll put a stone wall right here. That would look good. All right. So this production building's in console testing. Ooh. Oh, did you do this production building as a separate production? Like a separate release as its own thing? That's awesome. We're out of money, so Courseplay is stopped. Because I spent too much money on that thing. I've already borrowed a lot of money. I'm back down to $200,000 of borrowed money. Yeah. Okay. Anyways. What are we doing? We have a lot of silage to sell. That's awesome, Cav. I'm so glad you added that to as its own standalone thing. That's super awesome. I love when modders do. I hit the wrong button. Hold on. What are you doing? No, you're supposed to be seeding, dumbass. There you go. I love when modders will take some of the cool custom stuff that they added to their map, and to be able to add that to as a separate mod. The other big one that a lot of people may not have noticed, I noticed it, but Mr. Hector actually this week and the past couple weeks, he's been releasing all of the custom assets as standalone mods from Carpathian Countryside, which was actually one of the other places or maps that I was considering for this challenge. And you guys didn't vote for it, so we didn't do it. So it's your fault. But yeah, he also did the same thing. Like, he's releasing a bunch of his stuff that he made for Carpathian Countryside as standalone mods, which is super awesome. I love to see when modders do that. I love, because as a map maker, and Cavalier knows this, but a lot of people other don't know it, like, they put a ton of work into making these custom productions. And in most cases, they just live on that map alone forever. And sometimes, like, as an example, like Green Valley, right, which is the 4X map by DJ Modding. There's a ton of custom production buildings on that map. And most of them you can't place down, so if you just can't place them down, so if you delete them, they're gone forever. And you can never, and you can't use them on other maps, which is kind of a bummer, because a lot of times they would be fun to use on other maps, and would be awesome even for consoles. So I'm really happy to see more modders doing that and releasing the stuff that they're making for their maps as standalone mods, either before or after the map release. Like, I really like to see that kind of work, because I think it lets people kind of do what they want and do things on other maps and still experience the things you put your hard work and time into. Yeah. There is a pain in this map, and we saw a lot of it today, so thank you, Cavalier Roy. I could have been having fun. I'm having a great time on this map. And I actually especially like how I can actually make the fields bigger now. And don't get me wrong, I love the hedges, so I'm leaving the hedges everywhere else, but on my own farm, so I can make the fields a little bit bigger, which just eases in harvesting. I was able to cut down the hedges. So I love the fact that the hedges are cut downable, because that's a word. It's still 9:20 a.m. It's still raining. Waiting for the rain to stop. Speed it up. All right, we got it back to what we were doing. This guy, he's almost done. All right, we're actually done with the milk. So this is what we needed. We needed him to be done with the milk. All right. So now we're going to drive the truck, and we're going to go hopefully get our, those production buildings going. The downside is that, actually, let me check and see if I can finagle things. Hold on, let me look at this. Okay, so herbicide here is both an input and an output, okay? Here's the thing, right? Here we go. You were close to making huge price changes. You could have. I would have dealt with it. I mean, you know, I'm playing this for 5 years, and I'm playing more than just on the stream. So I'm putting in, you know, 4 to 5 hours in between streams just to keep things going. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. This new building, which is called the Farm Productions, it takes herbicide and water and seeds. Does it take seeds as an input? Incoming materials. It doesn't take seeds as an input. It also doesn't take herbicide as an input. Oh, it does. So it takes herbicide as an input and water. I would actually reorder this list. This list is a kind of cattywampus as far as I'm concerned. I might actually reorder it just because it's hard to follow. Water and herbicide but not fertilizer are all inputs. What that means is that I can have this thing, I can deliver herbicide. Oh, you know, if there isn't a translator, like a deliverer, it won't work. No, it's a single storage. It should work. I'll have to try it out. Yeah, I mean, you could, Cavailier Roy. I'd almost think that, like, one way of doing that, Cavailier Roy, is a suggestion to you, right? I would make a secondary version of the map. And so all you have to do is in your mod desk, you have, you know, map 1 and then map 2, right? 2 blocks. And your map 2 is just realism, like, you know, Glenleathann realistic prices or something like that. Whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. And then all you do is you load a different map.xml file, and your map.xml file, the only thing that has changed is the pricing. And so that way, when players start, they have 2 different ways of playing. They have the original way, and then they have this realistic pricing model way, which is the same map. Nothing else changes. Everything's the same. It's literally 1 extra file and 1 extra block of code, or 2 extra files actually, because you have to change the prices. But it's a really, really small change, which gives them a whole other way to play. I would suggest doing it like that. And if you need help doing it, let me know, because I can help. I'll have to try it. I wonder if we can deliver for herbicide here and then have it redirect to the other place. That's my goal. Joe, welcome in. It is going good. Today is, it's 5 o'clock. I usually don't even start streaming for another hour, so I'm good. And we're having fun with the latest changes to Cavailier Roy's map. He did fix the soy milk thing. I still have to apply that change exactly the way he applied it, as everyone who started out the map saw. We did have an issue with my edit because I did it 5 seconds before I started streaming. I love how they crossed the crosswalk. That's awesome. Yeah. And I honestly think, like, for some maps, like, there's really 2 styles of players, right? Maybe 3, right? In general. There are the players that like to play realistic, and there's the players who don't, right? And let's call it 2. So the ones who like to play it realistic and the ones who don't. And the ones who like to play it realistic won't play your map if the prices for stuff are just ridiculous. Like if the like the land prices are crazy cheap or whatever, they won't play your map because from their mind it's not realistic, so it's just too easy to play, so they won't even play it. So I kind of like the idea of having, like, the difference in the 2 versions of the map being one being realism, so that you can actually accommodate both of those types of players on the same map, and the only thing that changes is the economy. That's kind of cool because it gives you, like, this super hard mode to play on where maybe the recipes are more realistic, or like maybe like this version of the map. I'm just brainstorming here, Cavailier Roy, just hear me out. Maybe this version of the map, leave it alone. And then the realistic prices one, you update all of the productions to have realistic production inputs and outputs, right? So instead of having the crazy, you know, 900,000 liter production inputs and outputs, you tone the realistic one down to normal inputs and outputs, right? Which I think would be super cool, because then you have the realistic version of the map has much more realistic productions, and, you know, unlike the one that's here, which just has 900,000 liters for everything. All right, so first thing, water. Yeah, Nick, I actually heard about that. The realistic prices, it actually downloads, it actually goes out to the internet to hit a live server of some kind. So if you like playing offline, that mod might be not a good idea. But it does reach out and get realistic prices for things. I would hope that you have the choice of whether or not to do California prices or the rest of the country, because prices in California are crazy right now. $12 for a dozen eggs. Wow, that took a lot of water. I've never used these greenhouses before, so I don't know how much they actually take. I didn't leave myself very much room when I placed that fill station, huh? Let's look at the greenhouses again. So we're in one of them. I don't know which one we're on. This one. So it looks like it takes 200,000 liters of water. That's not bad. We're gonna have to take a loan out to buy the herbicide. The herbicide and liquid fertilizer that these things need. We're gonna have to take a loan out. Because 100,000 liters of herbicide, even at a 70% discount, is a lot. And we don't have enough money for that. Reno Joe, is that the worst? Hey Tony, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for being here. I know it's a different time than usual. We are just gonna close these doors here. Today's been this week has been a greenhouse week. So I'm using this fruit greenhouse on this map. I was trying out the modular greenhouse. I don't know if you guys have seen that one. I was trying out the modular greenhouse on Middleburg, which is okay. I think it's a little bit too much for that playthrough, so I didn't use it. And then I switched over to the industrial greenhouse, which makes a whole ton of products, which is pretty fun. And then on the breakfast challenge, which is the other set of videos that I'm doing, I'm using the coffee production greenhouses, which looks exactly like this one, but it makes coffee. So that one's pretty cool. But I'm like, I never used greenhouses, and now I'm using greenhouses on like 4 different playthroughs, or 3 different playthroughs. So it's kind of funny and weird to me to actually be using greenhouses because I'm not used to using them. The one thing that does make them better, if you guys haven't used it yet, and I don't have it on this playthrough, I don't think, maybe I do. I do. So the one thing that's really good for greenhouses, if you're using greenhouses at all, is this. So this is Omatana's distributor. Now we may still end up using this if the factory that we have doesn't work out. But this one basically and I'll put it like right here, I think probably, but I have to flatten things out and deal with that. But basically you dump stuff into this one place and it distributes to all the greenhouses and keeps them full. So for something like water, I fill up the distributor once, and then I don't have to do this kind of management game because I don't want this playthrough or any of my playthroughs to turn into distribution management. Tony, did you see this? Check this out, Tony. Now that Tony's joining in, Tony's got lots of snow, but check it out. We placed down the farm productions, and look, you can make water. Here's something to do with all of that snow. You can deliver the snow here and make water from it. And probably, I don't know, Cavalier can correct me, but since this is one of Cavalier Roy's productions, this probably takes in like 900,000 liters of snow and it creates water. And it's lossless, which is great. Some other modders could very well learn from that, making things lossless. While that's emptying, this guy Just gotta go home. Go home. Bye-bye. You can go home. Back to... there. Go. Bye. See you later. And to make back the money that we have lost from all of this stuff, we have lots of contracts. So we have lots of contracts to do. These are the... no. Accept. It's a bunch of harvesting contracts that do some weeding contracts, which are not worthwhile at all. And then all of the baling contracts came up. So we can go mow some stuff and make a ton of money. I'll probably do that off stream. Yeah, not much. It's totally fine. I'll probably go do those baling contracts off stream, just because you guys don't want to see that, me doing 17,000 baling contracts. But that's the word. All right, so we're gonna have to actually borrow some money to get these things off the ground. So I know that we have to get herbicide and... I guess I have some. I might have some. Time-saving stock check. Liquid fertilizer. I only have 10,000 liters of liquid fertilizer. What was the recipe? Now I'm all like really thinking about it. Don't I have methane? Oh wait, hold on. Here. Storing, I have plenty of methane. I have plenty of digestate. Wait, hold on. Hold the horses. Liquid fertilizer. I have slurry. I have digestate. I have methane. I have water. I can make liquid fertilizer. Sweet. And I can make this one too. I can actually make all this stuff with what I have without having to buy it. I guess we're doing some trucking today then. So now, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Wrong button. Let's go over to the BGA. If I do this, oh wait, that's even better. BGA, where are you? We were storing this for so long. We set it to distributing. That's going to end up in the production facility. Here we go. We're doing good. So then all we have to deliver is the slurry. Sweet. And water. More water. So we're going to actually go use our production thing today. Right now. I didn't think we were actually going to get to use it today, but we are. Hammer down. Hammer down. All right, so we can do stuff. So methane and digestate's going to get delivered over automatically. Whoa. Gotta go get slurry. The turn back speed on this tractor is pretty slow. We need water and digestate. Where are we going to get those things from? so let's just do this. Water's free. This is our water tanker. Our slurry tanker is on the other side of the map, so we have to go get it. It's actually at the BGA. Because I filled up the BGA slurry. I filled up the BGA slurry with this thing on an auto drive course. So that was all done. Really? Yeah, it's super not level. I'll just drop it down. Okay, we're gonna stay here until this empties, and then we have to go get the slurry. But we're gonna make ourselves some digestate in about 5 minutes. This guy, because I have other stuff to do, he's gonna go to there. Go. Ran out of seed this time. All right, that's fine. So I figured out something cool last night. I've been messing around with everyone's favorite mower. The one that Nuclear Salmon likes to use to push stuff around his farm on. That one. The HX20. I've been messing with it. And I updated it. I do want 500,000 liters. No. Let's do 10,000 liters. Yes. Don't worry, I'll be making seeds soon enough in my new factory. So anyways, I've been messing around with the HX20. One of the big things with that mower, that Batwing mower, it's not on this save, so I can't show you. One of the things that I didn't like about that Batwing mower is it's very, what's the right word? Solid. And what I mean by that is that it's a winged mower that doesn't move. It's like a piece of plywood, right? The wings don't flex at all. And they're on a hinge, and they have their own wheels on the wings, so logically, they should flex. And flex with the ground, right? Oh, the straw tractor flew well? Yes. I haven't seen that one either because I was busy this morning. But I will have to watch the replay. So anyways, I updated the HX20 so that the wings flex, which is super cool. I sent it over to a few people to test out. There we go. And he's back, and he should be able to finish up with the seed he has left. He's almost done. That's good. This guy's almost there. He's hauling. Especially without towing something, he's just cruising. Look at him. He's that. The straw tractor set a new record. That's awesome. I assumed that it would. I mean, that thing is super lightweight. Alright, so now we've got our slurry tanker. And we only use for slurry used to be the BGA. But now that we can make fertilizer and seeds and stuff like that out of it, we now have another use for our slurry, which is really great. I'm excited about that. Yeah, so leaving this trailer here was the plan. Basically because it's still full. I didn't want to have to trek it all the way back to the other side of the map when it was still full. So I left it. I left the other trailer where it is, and I'm getting this one because I need the slurry trailer now. And I know you can technically carry them in the same trailer, but to me that feels weird. The one thing I like about this Garant slurry trailer, and maybe someone out there can help me. I'm looking for, if someone can help me, I'm looking for a liquid trailer that's exactly this size. So this trailer compared to the tankers, all the tankers that are in the game, all of the tankers in the game are really long. But this trailer is actually relatively short. And I like the fact that it's short. Because on this map, especially with the hedges and those tight corners and stuff like that, this trailer works way better than the longer liquid tanker that I'm using and or the ones that are base game. It's a shorter trailer. And I like that, but I really want a liquid version of this trailer. If you guys know where there is one. If not, I'm probably gonna switch over, and I'll do it while it's filling. I'll show you. I'm probably gonna switch over to the Tatra mod that I'm using here, which I've been dying to use for a long time. Has an 8x8 version. Right now we're using the 4x4 version. The 8x8 version has a tanker too, also. I'm gonna have to fix it because it doesn't have the right color options. But once I fix it, we'll probably be using that as like a dedicated tanker truck. And then this one will only use the slurry truck and the slurry trailer and the grain trailer that we should have bought. We haven't bought yet because we're out of money. All right, so now we have a liquid trailer on the same pad that we need to put this trailer onto. I want a short, I don't want a short tanker truck. I want a short tanker trailer. Excuse my minor movement of stuff here. I want a short tanker trailer. So see how look at that trailer. That trailer has 4 spouts, 4 input sizes. I would rather it only has 3 or even 2. I want a short one. Because European maps, I don't know how people would deal with a longer tanker truck. They're so long. Like, how are you going to get around those tight corners? What's the time? 12:20, so that means it should have delivered. So let's go look at our production. We have methane, we have water, we have digestate, we have slurry. Which means we can make liquid fertilizer and we can almost make herbicide. So we're going to start making liquid fertilizer right now. Booyah. Didn't spend any money. Get this guy over here, fill up with some more slurry. Of course, all of this is just to get those new, what are they called? Greenhouses working. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, speaking of controlling, so I'm using this all keyboard and mouse. It's really hard to drive. It's especially hard to back up things with keyboard and mouse, but I'm used to it. Speaking of controls, I found that the farm stick thing is finally available. And I believe I'm getting one for Christmas. Yay. I've never used a joystick of any kind, so I think, especially with all the logging that I'm going to be doing soon, it's going to be nice to have a... What am I doing? A farm stick or something like that to handle the harvester. I can't wait to be able to use a tree harvester with an actual input device. I've never done that. I'm actually looking forward to it. We don't have very much manure, though. $24,000 liters of manure, so half of that's 12,000 liters, which means we're going to be able to make 12,000 liters of herbicide, which is not very much. So we need the cows to poop more, or we need to get more cows. And then that one is there. Now we have everything we need to activate the herbicide one as well. And then we can come down here and say distributing. No. Storing that one. Distributing this one. So now it's going to distribute liquid fertilizer and herbicide that we're making with our new factory. Look at that. Right away. We'll use the wheat to create seeds. That'll be fun. When it snows this winter, we'll make lots of water for fun. Oh, nice. See, you think about things, Cavailier Roy, and that's one thing that I love your map and the way you do things, is because you actually think ahead and like, oh yeah, how would people want to use this? Yeah, they're probably going to want to transport stuff loose and not loose, so I should make that possible. See, that's smart. That's what I like to see. I think more map makers should actually think about how people are going to use their map. And I imagine they make some better decisions if they actually played the game or actually thought about all the different ways that people like to play their maps. Too many times we're missing like simple triggers that for no reason other than the map author decided not to think about it. All right, how are we doing? We're doing good, I think. And this guy's almost done, and so he'll start on the mowing soon. And once we're done mowing, so the plan is, let's get out of that tractor. He's almost done, let him finish. So the plan is, now we have one big field here. We're leaving these hedges. I'm gonna mow this right here, including some of the border in between. And then we're going to plow this whole thing into one big field. We're going to have another crop field. We have plenty of grass, so we're going to, once we mow it, we're going to plow these two grass fields together. As you can see, I already took out the hedges. We're going to plow them together, plant grass in the median here, and make them all one big field. And then once we cut down these trees this winter, because we're going to cut this forest down this winter, hence the farm stick, because if you think about it, if it's now September, October, November, December, that's 3 weeks of gameplay. 3 months of gameplay, which is 3 weeks, and 3 weeks from now is Christmas. And I'll be getting a farm stick for Christmas, so that'll make the logging part. We'll get to all enjoy while I learn how to use a joystick for logging. because I've never done it before. And I'm actually excited to learn. There we go. Sometimes you have to unload it to get it to reload properly. Perfect. So let's go over here to this guy. He's almost done. He's not almost done. Weird. No, shut your engine off, dude. Yeah, he is almost done. But in the meantime, we'll deliver this slurry to our new production facility. The funny thing is I actually... Yeah, exactly. I love that, Kev. I love that. It's really awesome. The one thing that I would have done that to this map that you didn't do, but I would have done is never mind. I lied. You did do it. You made all of your buildings, like all of your custom buildings, all placeables. That's like the best thing ever. Too many maps build farms and then don't let you place the buildings again. If you delete them, they're gone forever. That's dumb. Honestly, if you spent all that time making those buildings, and not only that, making them into like the extra time to make a building and then turn it into a placeable isn't very much, but you enhance the gameplay so much by doing it that I wish all players would do that, or all map makers would do that. There's so many maps out there that you can't do anything to, and it's just, you know, in some ways it's a little bit sad because you can only play the game the way they want you to play it, and you can only play the game using their exact setup. It's boring. I mean, I'm not like completely destroying the farm. As you can see, I haven't moved a single building, but I'm playing the map the way I wanted to. So like the hedges being removable or with a little bit of effort, like that kind of stuff is important to flexibility and gameplay, I think. Yeah, I know. So many people have re-released that thing, including myself. The Lime Station has a placeable of some kind. Like, I'm one of like 4 people who've reused that same asset and production building, or the same asset as a production building or as a placeable. Like, why didn't Giants just do that from the beginning? Why hide it? I don't get some of those decisions. To each their own, I guess. I didn't overlap my planter, so I think he's missing some of these corners. And I'm just making sure he misses them because, or doesn't miss them because it's gotta be perfect. All right. And so we're actually going to plant this other field right here next. We'll probably plant oats in it. So I'm not going to put the cedar all the way away. I'm just going to move it into the grass field area because we're going to cut the grass field area so that we can plant it right away. I don't know if we'll get to planting tonight, but we'll get to something tonight. So now that we bought some equipment, we bought very basic equipment. We bought a lot of buildings, which we could have done at any time, but the really basic stuff has been that tanker. We didn't even get new mowers yet. And I want to get that weird, I haven't even downloaded it yet. That weird Kloss 5 deck mower. Just for the sake of trying it out because it looks funny. I don't know if I'm actually going to like it. I might just revert back to a big M like I always do. But I want to try out that Kloss one at least once. Ideally, we'll try it out on stream. All right, so this is still field 31. And we have a course for that. So now I don't have to deal with it making this course. I can just run it. I think for some reason with this mower set, for some reason I always have to put the mower down twice. It's very strange. So when we make this new field, we're just going to leave the size of the fields with the same borders. We're just going to turn this grass field into a crop field once we direct drill it. And then we'll have lots of awesome fields. Super cool. All right, so this guy's going. This guy's not going. Deliver some more slurry here. Hey Cavalier, quick question for you since you're still here. Is there a curved corner asset for these stone walls? I know it's not placeable. I'll have to do it in G. But is there a curved corner asset? If there isn't, I'll definitely make one. I want a little curved corner there. But if there is already one, I won't have to make it. For that stone wall pack. No, there's an... Alright, I'll make one. I want to make that corner there like a curved corner just to help with all the big trailers and stuff coming in and out. Like we've been taking as much slurry from this cow barn as we can, and it's still got like 884,000 liters of slurry left. It's really ridiculous. So much. And we're not even full. Like for all the cows we have, like these are full price, but they're full health and they're reproducing, right? So we're leaving those alone. All the ones that are less than $2,000, 173, 304. These are all the new ones. They're all calves. I don't think I have the enhanced animal mod on here. No, I do. Or you added it, right? So now they're actually baby cows, which is fun. But they produce lots and lots of slurry, but not very much poops. Like they produced, you know, 1 million liters of slurry, but probably only, I want to say 100,000 liters total. They've produced over 1 million liters of slurry, more like 2 million liters of slurry, but they've only produced 100,000 liters total of manure. And I don't know if that's like something you can tweak, Roy. I don't know if that's something that can be changed, but it seems like the ratio there is a little bit off, where the amount of slurry to manure is not correct. I don't know why that is, but I've never gotten into like husbandry stuff, so I wouldn't know. All right, how are we doing? 112, 114,000. We should have as much slurry as we do methane. Yeah, we don't actually want more methane than slurry. Do one more load. And then we'll call it on the slurry, and we'll move on to doing something else. Yeah, it's okay. It's just the output seems less than it does on for base game assets. It should go in the middle. I'm gonna move it. Yeah, the grass production over there using your new building should be super easy. Because I can pick up the grass loose and then just turn it into hay and silage right away. Which is good, mainly from a ease of use perspective. It's going to speed things up for sure. That's the reason why I wanted to put it there, actually, is so that it's as close to the farm as possible for easy drop off of all the grass. And then that'll also knock off those things off the checklist, because obviously every recipe there has to be added to our fun little checklist. Hey, Rusty Money Gaming, welcome in. Thank you for joining the stream. Got about 45 minutes left. Be a little bit, maybe more like 40. And then I gotta head out for dinner. Doing a birthday dinner, going to get some really good... oh, Tony, I saw your message. I will check that and see if it's the right size that I'm looking for. It looks still a little bit long, but that's okay. I will look at it soon enough. Here. Mower should be almost done, if not done. Yeah, he's pretty much done. Get him going on another field. And so when I was merging fields, I left this grass field here. But at this time, I don't know why. Like, I don't know why I left this grass field here, but I did. I'm not sure if I want that grass field to be a grass field anymore, or I want to, like, put a production building down or something. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you for the birthday wishes. It's okay, I don't look at stream titles very often either. This can this guy pull this? I don't know if this little tractor can pull this. Nah, that's too big. I was like, can this little, like, dinky tractor pull that big loading wagon? Probably not. Thank you, Rusty. Thank you very much, sir. See, this one has the hand position in the right place. The other one didn't, for sure. All right. Let's clean up the rest of the grass. Or mow the rest of the grass, I should say. And then we're mowing a lot of this extra grass because we're going to be... so we're going to be plowing these fields together. No John Deere on this map, Stegman, because this is not my John Deere playthrough. The other playthrough, which is the Middleburg playthrough, that's the one with all the John Deere equipment. This one, I had decided a long time ago, before this map actually, to do a European map and to do Kloss equipment. So somewhere in the greater European area and to use Kloss equipment. And then I started modifying the equipment to make them all black, doing my little black edition thing. And so the tractor type was chosen way before Cavailier Roy ever released this map. So it was going to be a Klossy playthrough, no matter what map I chose. And I'd actually set up somewhere in Thuringia, like pretty far into the setup process for this challenge. And then Cavailier Roy released this map, and it just, for me, it seemed a much better map to play that challenge on. You heard John Deere? Yes. Such a bad word. Come on, Rob. You have to admit that if you take John Deere tractors and you take out the green, it's not half bad. All of the John Deere stuff I'm using on the Middleburg series are all black. The black edition, or my own black edition, with the still have the yellow pinstripes, but there's no green anywhere on my farms except for some of the like implements. But that was my playthrough on that one. Gosh, these hedges are so awesome. I love running into them every 5 seconds. Welcome in, Rob. Thanks for being here. Oh, we missed a spot. Can't miss a spot. Oh, we hit this. We missed this whole strip. So glad I came back. Oh, we're gonna have plenty of time to be able to plow this and start getting it planted with our new crop. That'll be fun. All right. Let's lift up these mowers, get over the other fields, start doing the next field for mowing. And we're not even gonna bother windrowing. We're just going to use our snappy windrower thing here just for the sake of time and speed, because I really just want to plant that field. This field is, I don't know because I can't see because that thing is too small. Field 26. 26, mower, load, activate. he can do that while I run over here and this should still be set up. Yep. This should still be set up awesome. I mean, who needs a windrower anyways? This tractor can barely pull it. See, I need another tractor. I need a bigger tractor. Oh, really? I like to hear that some companies in the farming industry and, of course, other industries are open to learning and open to making things better. I think that's always the best way from like a running your company perspective. That's always the best way to do things. Like, you got to be listening to your customers, adapting to help meet their needs, not pulling this high and mighty stuff that some companies, I'm sure, do. Because at the end of the day, you know, your customers are what keeps you alive. Exactly, Nick. Only little tweaks. Only little tweaks. Rob, sorry, I missed your comment a second ago. It is my birthday today. Just happens to be my birthday, which is why I'm streaming early. My family is taking me out for dinner to get something we don't normally get a chance to get. So I'm going to enjoy my birthday dinner, but it's a school night. So because it's a school night, we have to go out and get our dinner a little bit early. '21st birthday. Exactly, Rob. I still remember being like, I don't know, it was like 12 or something. My younger brother was 10. And we went out to dinner to celebrate my mom's birthday. And we're out at the restaurant, and we're like, somebody had mentioned, I think my brother had mentioned, he's younger. He had mentioned that, oh, we're celebrating my mommy's birthday, blah, 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 right? And then the Raider said, oh, really? That's amazing. He's like, yeah, she's turning 21 today. And we all started laughing, and he looks at us and he's like, what? And we didn't have the heart to break it to him, but it was just like this super innocent, like, just because mommy had always told him that it was always her 21st birthday, he just thought that was normal. And the waiter just went along with it because he's a good waiter. So many of you know that I work from home. I'm a software engineer, but I work 100% of my time from home. And almost all of my friends who are also software engineers, they're also working from home too. And so for my birthday this year, it just happened to work out timing wise that my friends who I don't get to see, and I haven't seen almost some of them in years because of COVID and all that kind of other stuff, they were all like, hey, let's get together and go out to dinners. And so we went out a couple days ago, last Saturday, to a really fancy steakhouse. Just like 5 guys, all used to be coworkers, just hanging out and, you know, having overly expensive steaks. And it's like one of those once in a blue moon things. I'd never been to this restaurant. I never go out and spend that kind of money. It was like and my wife, quote unquote, gave that night to me as a as a birthday present, you know, both for the good food, but also to get out and see my friends. It was pretty awesome. Scary, some of those steakhouses, how much just everything costs. But it's like a once in a millennium splurge. Kind of worth it. All right, let's check out the recipes and see what the recipes are like for grass. So we're checking out this new production building. This is part of the map. It's not placed on the map. You have to place it yourself, but it's designed to work on the farm. It makes all the stuff. It's basically making almost all the same stuff that I have in my fill station, but it's giving you recipes to make them, which is super awesome. So for grass, we can make silage. We can make hay. We can make silage out of grass. We can make silage out of hay, and we make silage out of chaff. It's a completely lossless recipe, 2,400 cycles per month. So it'll just make it super quick. So we have to do all of them. We're going to have to do all of them. And we're not going to really we'll use hay for making total mixed ration. So we're going to start off with the silage because we can sell that right away and make some money. So we're going to activate that, and that'll make 126,000 liters of silage, which is super awesome. So I'm happy I got that little thing. I'm going to turn this engine off before I run out of gas. To be 21 again sounds fabulous. I can start FS way before 19. Yeah. You know, that's one of the things I actually not really regret, but I wish I'd found this game and this community a lot earlier. I played a lot of other video games over the years and been part of a lot of different communities, and none are quite like the farm sim community. And I always have to tell people, like, oh no, I haven't been playing this for this long. Because I actually started, and this is the true story, 2 years ago today is when I started playing farm sim. I downloaded and played farm sim for the first time on stream on my birthday 2 years ago, which is, you know, obviously like a month after it actually came out. So full circle, we're playing it again now, and they still haven't announced the next game. I know there's a lot of people with that games, whatever, some kind of games conference is happening right now. I don't remember what it's called, but there's a game conference of some kind happening right now. And I think there's a lot of announcements for new games coming out because of that game conference and the game awards or something like that. I don't know, whatever. I know one of the other games that I play a little bit, which is No Man's Sky. They do regular updates, and they haven't done oh my gosh, this is a hill. They haven't done an update on time in the past like 2-3 months. They've missed their normal update schedules. And it's either because they're developing a new game and they've had less focus on that game, No Man's Sky, or they're working on a big update. So there's tons of speculation. And they're hoping that a lot of people are really hoping that during these award ceremonies or whatever is happening, they'll announce something new. Because back in 2016, that's when No Man's Sky first announced their game at these awards, or at this game conference or whatever it's called. I don't even know what it's called. No. Shift home. 7 years ago. Crazy, right? I don't think Giants is going to do it. They'd probably wait for some farming conference of some kind, but a lot of people are speculating that because of that, we're going to get new game announcements during these events. Like we got the new trailer, or the first trailer for, was it GTA or something like that? I don't know. I haven't played that game in years. But I know other games have been announcing and releasing new stuff and announcing new stuff during these conferences, so it makes sense. Okay, we'll do one more load of grass, and then we'll head over and start plowing that field. And then I'll probably leave the rest of the grass pickup on this field to another tractor, because this tractor's hecka struggling. Once I can buy new tractors, I really want to get those. I want to get a couple of Zerions. The 3000 and the 5000. Those are the two that I want to get. All right. We've filled up again. Let's go dump this off, make some more silage with our new super awesome factory, which was super cheap, by the way. 35K. It's pretty cheap. And then we're going to go plow that field with Dom's plow. Ooh, we get to use Dom's plow for the first time. I'm excited about that. I'm like used to this farm by now, so I kind of like just blitz through the whole farm. I'll do the rest of it later. How did I fix this? What? There we go. Those two fields don't line up. That won't do. No, I'm not on the right line. Now I'm on the right line. Oh, look at that. They're like one little block off. So close. I'll fix it. Here we go. One sec. And then that. And then we're going to paint up here, actually. We're going to round these off because I keep missing these and have to come back. So we're going to save ourselves some time later. Just do this. Just because. Looked like it meant to be. FarmCon 24? I think so too. All right, we're going to finish merging these fields, and then we can plant. Well, after we stone pick. So much stuff to do. Not very much time. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. You think they're holding off to make a from making a new version of the game to just because they have too many issues? Huh. I didn't think about that. I mean, I hope they invest in getting more developers, and not just developers who are making models, but developers who are actually building features and functionality, coders who can fix the bugs that they have now and make their game better in the grander scheme of things, which I think is going to help everybody. Right? I hope so. I don't know if I actually think it's going to happen, but I hope it's going to happen. Right? I mean, I don't know if I have enough, what's the right word? Faith that it's going to happen. I hope so. Now, does this show up as mulched? Let's see. I don't know why it hasn't finished drawing. That's weird. plowed, cultivated, mulched. This is not mulched. So do we have to mulch? Should be able to stone pick quickly. Yeah, I mean, I think the one thing to remember is that for the most part, from what I understand and what most people understand, Giants is still a relatively small studio compared to something like, you know, Rockstar. You know what I mean? They don't have the budget for big stuff or big teams or big actions or, you know, things to happen on that grand scale. Because that's just not who they are. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Right? It's nothing wrong with that. But they're just not a big studio. And the same thing with that other game I was talking about, No Man's Sky. Like that, the team for them is still pretty small. Yet I think sometimes the community sometimes forgets that they are a small team and that they don't have the same budget or the same people, staff, and teams. Like I would wonder actually, if you look at a budget for a team, right? This just gets into technical stuff, and this is just kind of where I am at a professional level. But like I wonder, can't seem to get this thing going. I wonder if that 2 billion budget number, right? I wonder if that 2 billion budget number is $2 billion to put towards development of the game, or is that $2 million to pay for the people? Is that $2 million to pay for marketing? Like, or 2 billion or whatever it is? Is it for the people side of things also, or is it just for the other pieces of development? Huh? $90 million isn't anything to shake a stick at. Alright, let's finish this off. That also reminds me, I have to remember to get over in that other field and roll it. The one I just planted over there, the wheat field. Last time I forgot to roll it. Got to get those little teeny bonuses. Well, you know what? We're going to actually leave it there. I'm going to finish off this seeding and planting. And next time we're going to be into October. And we'll hopefully have some of those productions going. We'll get those fruit greenhouses going as soon as we have the inputs. Let's look at the fruit greenhouses real quick. So we placed on a ton of stuff today. Seriously. We don't have herbicide or fertilizer delivered over. We haven't made the fertilizer yet. It hasn't got delivered. We're starting to get herbicides slowly. And once both get here, we can start production and turn on the olives first. We're probably going to do olives first because we already own the olive mill. We don't own the grape processing unit yet. So we're going to do olives first. And then I'm going to update the mod and get it sugar beets and potatoes because it's part of the update. I didn't update it, they did. So we'll be able to also get the sugar beet part of our challenge done with that. But on that sad note, we're going to actually call it right here. And I'll see everyone next week. So I want to say thank you for everyone for being here. I know it's been a weird time and at a weird time slot, and I'm sorry for that. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. It's been super fun. I'm really happy to share kind of my farm sim birthday with the farm sim team and the, you know, my farm sim family and all of you guys who are here. That makes me very happy. And I hope that everyone enjoys the rest of their day. And I will see everyone next time in October when we get to do more fun stuff and I think more harvesting, which will be really fun. And maybe we'll actually get horses finally. Who knows? I'm gonna have to pay someone to ride them for me because I don't want to do it. Anyways, I'll catch everyone later. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks everyone for being here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.